Dub Nation, we're almost at 48,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Need just 72 more. Let's get there here in the next couple days. If you're all about the Golden State Warriors, hit that subscribe button below. Welcome in to Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I am Will Scott. Coming up on today's show, is every player on the Warriors roster expendable if this season ends in disappointing fashion? We'll talk about that. Speaking of disappointing, this loss to Memphis, very disappointing. 133-119 to the Grizzlies. Really not even close here in the end for a Golden State team that really could have used a win. It's 3 straight losses now for the Warriors. Jaren Jackson, and they're still without Ja Morant, by the way. Jaren Jackson went off 31.7 rebounds. Desmond Bane, 26 points. Dillon Brooks got 18, 3 and 3. Jonathan Kuminga, 24 points. Steph Curry just with 16 points, 8 rebounds, while Poole had 21 points in the loss. So the Warriors are now back to 500, and when you're looking at the Western Conference standings, they're in a play-in spot right now. So they've fallen back a little bit. Not too long ago, they were in 5th, looking good, had some momentum, but now they're on a road skid, and you have got to stop this road skid. 11 straight road losses for Golden State. How does that happen? And I understand you're that Steph Curry for a long time, but still, that is inexcusable, this road skid. You cannot lose games that much on the road and contend in the NBA, and that road skid has contributed to wasting, potentially, an incredible Steph Curry season. Steph Curry is putting up Steph Curry numbers, nearly 30 points per game, 6.2 assists per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, shooting nearly 50% from the floor, and you're letting Steph Curry in his prime season go to waste. We're not sure how many more seasons like this we are going to get out of Steph Curry, and you cannot let it go to waste. What is your concern level with the Warriors? They've lost 3 straight total. They've lost 11 straight on the road. They're at 500, back in a play-in position in the NBA. Let me know. Scale it 1 to 10. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in 1 to 10. What's your concern level with the Dubs right now? Shams Charania reported this. The Golden State Warriors are converting two-way forward Anthony Lamb to a standard NBA contract for the remainder of the season, making Lamb playoff eligible, sources tell me. Lamb has developed into a strong rotation piece for Golden State, and we've been saying this for a while, that the Warriors should do this, bring Anthony Lamb up to the full-time roster, and this was the right move for Golden State. Lamb has shown flashes this season for the Warriors. Here's what he's done: 20.1 minutes per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, 7.1 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 1.7 assists per game, shooting a little over 47% from the floor. So he's been very good off the bench. Kind of a pleasant surprise. Didn't really work out for him in Houston. Was a great player at the University of Vermont and now has found a home here in Golden State. We also learned this news. The Warriors are signing guard Lester Quinones on a two-way NBA deal using the open roster from Anthony Lamb's standard contract, sources tell me, and Anthony Slater. So Anthony Lamb, we heard that news. Now we're hearing about Lester Quinones, who has been great for the G League team this season, averaging 19.2 points per game, shooting 46.7% from the field and 38.8% from 3. Now, even with this move, I still think you should try and keep Ty Jerome. Jerome, much like Lamb, has shown some flashes on the Warriors roster. Here's what he's done. 18.5 minutes per game, 7 points per game, 3.1 assists per game. Jerome has been outstanding. Has been great in the G League for sure. We haven't seen him as much in Golden State. We've seen more of Jerome. So who would you rather have? That being said, type TI for Ty Jerome, Virginia legend, or type LQ for Lester Quinones. Let me know down in the comments section. Type TI for Ty Jerome or LQ for Lester Quinones. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't miss any of our Warriors coverage. I think a lot of Warriors channels are just active during the season or the offseason with free agency or maybe the trade deadline. We're active all year, so subscribe and turn on your notifications, because if you turn on your notifications, you are going to get an alert on your phone whenever we put out a video, and with the Warriors making a playoff push, you do not want to miss anything. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that noti bell below. Tim Kawakami said this on Twitter. If they don't get far in the postseason, and this has been trending on Twitter, I think everybody on the roster, not named Curry, will be potentially considered movable. I don't know if I agree with this, but Tim knows his stuff. Is every Warrior expendable? Let's say the Warriors don't even make the playoffs, which is, kind of a possibility right now, because when you're looking at the West, the Warriors, like I said, are in a play-in position. They've fallen behind the Mavericks, so they're 7th right now. There's a chance the Warriors are going to miss the playoffs, and let's say even if they make the playoffs and lose first round, we could see some changes. But you'd have to imagine that Steph Curry's safe. And if they try to move Steph Curry, which they're not because Bob Myers is smart. If Bob Myers was not smart and they try to move Steph Curry, that'd be very stupid. Again, he's having a great season. He's still Steph Curry for sure, still in his prime, 30 points per game, shooting nearly 50% from the floor. But I don't know, maybe they'll try to move a Klay Thompson. We've heard some trade rumors, not a whole lot about Klay, but I do not expect Klay to get moved. I think he's going to retire a Warrior. Jordan Poole is another name to watch here. Poole is a young, up-and-coming star in this league. You just signed him to an extension last year, so moving Poole would not be smart either. I think those three are definitely safe. I think it's just more than those three. But if you had to ask me about those three specifically, absolutely those three would be safe. But that being said, I think changes do need to be made. Now, is it going to be like, oh, everyone is up for sale? No, I don't think that's going to happen. But you should go out and maybe acquire someone in a trade, try to get, some free agents to Golden State, improve this roster, because this roster right now is 36-36. That's just not going to cut it. You've got to take advantage of Steph Curry being as good as he is right now. Who is the safest player on the roster not named Steph Curry? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. It's got to be Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole's probably the safest player. Jordan Poole, I could see on this Warriors team as a star for the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. We're going to continue to have you covered with all Golden State Warriors news and rumors. You're getting a little bit nervous right now. You're in 7th in the West, but hopefully the Warriors can finish the season strong.